Hey guys, it's day 1054. We're doing chest and tries.
You know that one Dolph Lundgren guy or whatever from Rocky? I don't know why. I was on the you know that tall blonde guy in the Rocky movie? Yeah, I guess like I didn't notice when you get older how much height you lose. He's probably lost 2.5 inches.
Yeah.
That sucks, dude. After being 6'5", you go down to 6'2.5". No, it's over. After being 5'6", when they become 5'4". Yeah, dude. That's not that bad today, actually.
Yeah,
It's nice that back here, it blocks all the wind.
Yeah, especially the wind.
Because I was putting the mail away today. Oh man, I don't know, okay, maybe I'm being a bit of a Karen. You know what pisses me off? I go to the mailbox, I put the mail in there, and I see there's this bag on the floor. I'm like, oh, it's just a plastic bag. I'll pick it up and throw it out. You know what I mean? It's full of dog shit. Like, who the hell thinks, oh yeah, dude, you know, sorry, it's on a garbage run. Oh, no, yeah, they just leave there was multiple bags of dog shit on the floor. It's like, people are assholes, bro.
It's so lame.
Like, dude, I'm not saying it like, at least throw the dog shit in the ditch or something, right? Like, it's not good. But like leaving a bag of dog shit out in public, like right near a mailbox, it's kind of rude, man.
So rude.
It's like, oh, it's not my problem anymore. Might as well just put it in the fucking mailbox, bro. Might as well. It's so dumb, man. People are fucking losers.
It's awful.
Sorry. Couldn't find a garbage can.
Just leave it in the mailbox.
Assholes. Fucking people. Got a new job idea. I should be a professional vape tester.
Oh yeah.
This one kind of sucks.
Flavor tester.
Blue Raz. I thought it'd be good, but it's kind of weird.
Oh yeah.
That's not stalking.
Blue Raz.
I almost caved in today. I almost got a coffee today, but I didn't.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah, I just had the medication on the campsite, but outside of that, nothing else.
Yeah.
So, oh yeah, I might as well do my set. Do 10. I doubt I'll do 3, but I'm gonna keep trying till I do.
Yeah, so did we sleep last night?
Yeah, that sucks. Honestly, bro, it pisses me off. I went to bed at like 12:15 and I woke up like, I actually like woke up at 8 o'clock. I didn't wake up at all. I still felt like garbage. I'm like, what the hell, is someone punching me in my sleep? Not that I felt sore, but it's like, sometimes I feel like you think you can do everything right and then just, I don't know, it just doesn't work. Well, whatever.
I was super tired today.
Yeah.
It was like I had energy at 1 a.m. and I was like, why?
But I had a decent nap. I was like, good nap today at least. Oh man, I'm weak. Do 5. I can't do 5 of those. Whatever it's the temperature, I don't know. Man, those Cokes, man, they didn't help me put on muscle. What the hell? What? Those 12 case of Coke?
Oh no.
Didn't help put weight on, but not good weight.
Not good weight.
Oh, that went to my head. Man. copyrighted. We're getting strikes. We're never gonna make money on this channel. Let's see. I don't know what happened. I was like midway through the lift, I started seeing swirlies in my eyes.
Oh yeah.
So really, yeah. You know what's kind of cool? The one buddy I went camping with, he went to Japan for a few weeks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it seemed like it was a pretty good time actually.
Japan.
I think what's funny is he's 6'5",
Holy.
and he's got like long hair. He kind of dresses like kind of like a hobo.
Yeah.
So he's telling me he like stuck out like a sore thumb every single
Looking at him.
6'5". Yeah, because everybody else there. He said he was banging his head on all the doors and stuff. Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I can imagine, man. Probably really stick out there.
Oh yeah.
You know what's crazy though? I guess supposedly less than 1% of the population of Japan has tried marijuana.
Oh wow, really?
'Cause I guess it's like super illegal there.
Oh.
Kind of weird. Yeah,
That's why they're so smart.
smart. What about cannabis? Yeah, I just wanted to be a little bit warmer. Come on. Well, honestly, if there's no wind, this it wasn't as cloudy, maybe it wouldn't be that. Like, it's still not terrible, but it's not great. Should be cool though. For you getting a mini vacation, that'd be awesome. I need help with my last one. Well, both actually. I'll help this one as well.
I see the same thing now.
Okay. Yeah.
Should you do dumbbells?
Yeah, sure.
This?
Yeah, I'll do decline on Friday when it's a nice happier day.
Yeah.
I want to do decline today.
out there who still isn't clear on what dubstep does? Okay, last time. This is your brain. This is dubstep. This is your brain on dubstep. Any questions?
I'll show you a video of the campsite that we're gonna have. I'll show you a video of the campsite. Where that goes to the water. Yeah, it's like right in the water, so you can like a kayak and go right out. I take a bridge to walk to the beach. The only thing it sucked is the trees were really bare, so you could see the neighbors pretty easily.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's like a nice site. It's got like 2 picnic tables and you park there, and the bathrooms are like over there, down there. Yeah, it's not bad, no, but it's pretty nice though. You doing that course at all, or not really?
The dad course?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did a little bit this week.
That's good.
Procrastinating a lot.
Well, you had a lot of other stuff going on, right? Like,
Yeah.
I was looking at houses locally today, just out of curiosity. The prices are so dumb, bro.
What is it, like 5?
Yeah, like it's insane, man.
Oh, someone was telling me the one at the end of our street was like 5 something.
That's crazy.
The white one. That looks like really shitty.
$500,000.
Yeah.
Wow. That's insane.
It's the one across the street from the mailbox.
Oh. Okay. Oh, I know what you're talking about, yeah.
Oh,
that was
really
500,
pretty,
bro.
really shitty looking.
It's not a super nice house, no. There, I see it right there. Yeah.
5 something.
That's insane, man. $500,000 for Leamington. Wild. You know the nicer houses too are like $1 million, $1.2 million and stuff.
Yeah, like millions are like nothing now.
Yeah, dude.
If you want something newer and like decent, you gotta spend 7, 8.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's like, what the fuck? That used to be so much money.
Yeah. And I don't really think about like the wages have really like scaled up accordingly. No.
Barely.
Like it's wild to think probably that people that work at like, I'm not saying it's like the best job ever, but there's before people are working at like Highbury and stuff like that, or Heinz, and making $24 an hour, and now they're probably making like the same in like 30, 40 years later.
26 and 27.
It's insane, man.
Well, it's crazy because you could buy a house before back then.
Yeah.
These houses were like 130.
Yeah, that's way better. Like, I wonder how much money you'd have to really even make to buy like an average house. Like, you have to probably at least like 60, 70, 80K, I guess, really on your own. Like, that's wild.
Yeah, probably 80. Or maybe 70 something.
Maybe we should just buy a plot of land somewhere and build log cabins and be cave boys. Or just build a house in Heinz Bush. Underground and nobody will see it. I'll be the hermit of Heinz Bush. That's wild, dude. Ow. Man, one thing I was watching today was like ancient Greek civilizations.
Yeah.
Like how they kind of developed like you know, modern math and science and stuff like that. It was actually kind of smart. What this one guy did, he had this, I forget what the guy's name was, but there's this king and he had a crown that was made of gold, and he wasn't sure if it was completely gold or not. So the guy was trying to find a way to figure out if it was gold or not without breaking it, right?
Okay.
So he's sitting there thinking. He goes in his bathtub, and then he realizes when he sits in his bathtub, the water's flowing out of it. And he's like, wait a minute. So what he does is he kind of concludes that he can use like tubs of water to measure weight. So what he did is he found a gold that weighed the same amount as the crown did, like a nugget of gold, the crown. And the crown was like, more water came out of the tub for the crown than like in the one bucket than in the other bucket. So he determined that it wasn't fully, which like, I don't know if it's foolproof, but I think it's pretty smart, you know?
Pretty
Yeah. And supposedly he said, Eureka! And he walked outside naked. I don't know if that's true. But like, I don't know, man. That's one thing that's always so impressive to me. Like the pioneers of things, like somebody just thinking like, because like, oh no, we think somebody thinks for granted. A lot of things we learn or figure out, we kind of learn from other people, right? But like the people who actually, back in the day when they thought like lightning was from Zeus and stuff like that, and this guy actually finds a way to measure things. Like, it's interesting.
Yeah, that is
pretty cool.
It was nuts.
It's also very interesting. One of the Greek gods was a mother that was a virgin. Very interesting. Yeah, it was like I forget which one, but she was a mother, but she was also a virgin. So it's like, there's a trend here. Well, I don't know how long ago the Greeks were relative to Christ's time. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
I'm not sure. But it's like it's happened more than once. Yeah, seems like it, eh? One thing that's kind of interesting too is there's like oracles in the temples, and there's these women. And I guess what they do, they get high as shit. Yeah. Like they would like get a bunch of fumes from like carbon monoxide and stuff like that, and get all high and have visions, and then tell people about shit.
Oh yeah.
It's like, man, I don't know. It's just for me like kind of crazy to think like, you know, then it's for like all the prophets, and it's just a bunch of people getting high. You know what I mean? It's like kind of wild.
Trust me, I saw it.
Exactly. Like no wonder you saw it. They're all high on drugs. Kind of makes me wonder, like, if a lot of other like visions and stuff like that, or just people that were tripping out on something.
Yeah.
That's pretty probable.
Or just lying too.
Yeah, that too, right? Oh, one thing that's crazy too is like how rich the church was back then too, or like the temples and stuff like that. Because people would give offerings to the gods and stuff like that, and they'd be like, "Oh, the gods accept your sacrifice. They're gonna have very good fortune and stuff like that." And the high oracle looks in the future. It's kind of wild. Yeah. So. And supposedly what they did too is they had like a bunch of scouts around the country and stuff like that that would look at stuff and try to like recognize trends, and then they'd be like, "Man, you guys are so knowledgeable." It's like, no, they're just gathering information and then lying to you, being like, "Oh, the gods say this." Kind of wild.
Yeah, a lot of deception.
Yeah. That's one thing that's so scary to me is like, why does religion always have to like, not always, but a lot of circumstances I feel like it's just, there's money somehow involved in it, you know what I mean?
It's always money involved.
Kind of wild, bro.
It's like, well, yeah, it's all business.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. And not your business and power.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. It just seems so far, what am I trying to say? Far from like what the probably actual intent of like the scripture and stuff is. The scripture, do these scriptures ever tell you like the religious buildings need to be made of big gold?
Yeah.
It's like, wow.
You're very fancy.
Yeah, man.
And the Pope has to wear all his gold on.
Yeah, man.
That's very fancy cars.
It's kind of crazy. Like, I I guess like back then though, I guess it just made a lot more sense to believe in that stuff because like we didn't have science, like a lot of scientific understandings of things. So it might be a lot more understandable if it's like the lightning's coming out. It's like, oh, Zeus is angry. Like they probably didn't have
donate enough.
Yeah, exactly. Like they probably didn't. Yeah, I don't know as much as we nearly do now, right?
Yeah, plus the information's so limited.
Oh yeah, exactly. I guess one thing that's insane to me is just thinking about like before the internet and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If you didn't read a lot of books, how knowledgeable is the average person really?
Yeah.
I'm not saying all internet stuff's gospel, but like I wouldn't know nearly the amount of things I did unless I read a bunch of books.
Yeah.
On the internet, and if you couldn't watch YouTube videos and you couldn't research stuff.
Yeah, look up stuff your own. It's just kind of.
And I'm not trying to
get to what radio.
I'm not trying to take a dig at certain parts of society here too, but you kind of tell it's uneducated people. Like you kind of tell when somebody's uneducated or just worth a really blue collar life. I'm not saying they're stupid, but like there's certain sectors of society that don't use technology that much, and they definitely feel more isolated and about being in the know. You know what I mean? But like for what it's worth, it's not always good being in the know too, right? Because there's a bunch of garbage going around.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing too. It's like you could also be misinformed.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's like you're technically informed, but it's misinformed.
But I guess in a way too, losing positions. Whereas if you know nothing, I don't know.
Oh, it's like a famous quote. It's like if you don't read the newspaper, you're uninformed.
Yeah.
If you read the newspaper, you're misinformed.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Makes sense. Well, an interesting quote from like a Greek philosopher was, "I know that I know nothing."
Oh, that's a good one.
Like, cause it's so interesting to think like how you know, there's so much we don't know. You know what I mean? There's so much unknown out there, and they're like, I don't know. We think we know a lot, but at the end of the day, the world is so much more to understand than we think. Probably.
There's a lot of people that like to pretend they know everything too.
Yeah. Because like I can imagine, like it's funny how we look back at like other generations and they did something really stupid, and we're like, I can't believe they ever do that. But who knows? Maybe 100 years from now, they're gonna look back at us and like, man, these people are idiots. They were drinking pops and vaping and whatever, right? Like, or drinking milk. Like I don't know.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, like who actually knows how to like make a TV?
Yeah, honestly.
Who actually knows how to do that? Like to actually make the circuit board and like all the processors and like chips. Like, who actually knows that?
And it's like just kind of thinking about it now. You're just thinking how far like some modern medicine's getting. Like thinking how now even the procedure I'm going to be doing my jaw. Like that's crazy. Like think about like let's say 200 years ago when they were like farmsteads and whatever, and you just did whatever you did. This they're like surgically moving my jaws and stuff. Like it's kind of it's like pretty revolutionary in my opinion in science. Like I think that's a thing. It's crazy, man. Like it just kind of it makes me wonder how much more. Not makes me wonder, but I'm certain we got a lot more potential. This is the last one, I think so, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, man, it's pretty nuts. So, I watched this podcast. I forget who it was. But they were saying like, oh, if there's some kind of like massive like tsunami or something, or like a meteor strike.
Yeah.
And like the world gets wiped out. Oh, or like there's like big, like huge floods or something. They're like, what's gonna be left over in like a couple thousand years?
Yeah.
It's mostly just gonna be the pyramids.
Yeah.
Right?
No, it is kind of crazy to think, especially. Yeah, because we're like
pretty nuts.
So much knowledge would probably be lost. You know what I mean?
Right? And it's like you just like restart again. Like, oh, how did these pyramids get here?
Exactly, man.
Because it's like, yeah, like what structures do we have that will like last natural disasters and stuff?
Probably nothing like
buildings won't.
Yeah.
It's kind of only really like stone, right?
Yeah, it's just unbelievable to think like years ago when they had like I might have limited resources what they did, but I'm sure they had so much work power though, man, because they're probably throwing slaves and stuff like that left and right. People were probably dying building those pyramids and stuff, but like still.
Pretty nuts.
Okay. All right, guys. 1054. See ya.